find yourself getting excited about creating new healthy habits and setting goals for your life only to be disappointed days or even weeks later because you fell off the wagon? I think that we can all relate. We've all been there a time or two. My name is Melanie Austad, and I am a certified health and wellness coach through the International Association of Wellness Professionals. And today I'm going to talk about 4 tips or strategies that will not only help you set the right goals for you, but also keep you on track so you can have some success. So the first step is figuring out what your why is. So when it comes to setting goals or creating new habits, we need to be sure that our goals and our habits are in alignment with what we truly want. So I want you to think big picture here. So if it needs to be journaled out, that's an awesome way to do it. So think big picture. What is your goal? Like, what is your end goal? Start at the end and work backwards. So, 6 months, 1 year from now, what is your goal? Why do you want to get to that goal? So this needs to be a strong answer. The why is one of the most important things. What does it mean to you to achieve this goal or create this new habit in your life? Like, how could it change your life? How could it affect your life? What does it mean to you? And then on the flip side of that, you also want to think about what it could mean if you don't get to this goal, how that could affect your life. So that will help kind of fuel your why, like really set it in stone and be able to connect with the reason that you want to get to this goal. Number 2 is mindset. So this is also important because, as we all have heard before, hope is not a strategy. Mindset also really ties into what you're figuring out your why. So once you know your why and that is set in stone, your mindset kind of follows. And so instead of like, well, I hope this works, you're gonna think about your goal and decide. That's the key word there, decide. Like, I am deciding that I am going to eat better, or I decided I am going to make healthier choices when it comes to food, or I decided that I am going to work out 2 days a week to help be more heart healthy. So mindset is a very important thing that goes along with goal setting, because if you're not in the right mindset, you can set any goal you want and you're just probably never going to get there. Number 3, plan. There's 2 parts to plan. So plan, how is this going to look? So you have your goal and you've made your decision, you're in the right mindset that this is going to happen. So what does that look like? So on a daily basis, what does it look like? On a monthly, on a weekly, like, what does that look like depending on your goal? Is that menu planning? Is that scheduling a workout into your everyday schedule? Is that, wanting to feel like you're more organized in your home? So is that writing out a plan for a cleaning schedule? Setting a goal and trying to achieve it without a plan of how to get there is definitely a recipe for failure. And the second part of plan is know your triggers. Know the things that are going to throw you off. Know the foods, if you're trying to eat healthier, know the foods that you're not going to want to have around your house that could trigger you. If you're tired, you're having a bad day, and your trigger food is laying there, what do you think is going to happen? So know your triggers. And there's also 2 parts to triggers. So are there some of your triggers that you can avoid? That is the first part. So if there's things you can avoid, like not having specific foods in your house, avoiding going to certain places, or sometimes even avoiding certain people because they can trigger you to fall back into old habits. And the second part of know your triggers is figuring out a strategy, because there are going to be triggers that you're not going to be able to avoid. And it's not if a trigger happens, it's when, because it's going to happen. There's no way to avoid everything that can trigger you into sliding back into those old habits. So knowing your triggers and figuring out a strategy of how and a plan of what you're going to do when those pop up, that's going to be able to keep you on track to your goals and help you create those new healthier habits that you're wanting. And number 4 is community. This one has two parts as well. So the first part is your people, the people you love, the people that love you, your tribe, your family, whatever you call them. Get them on board with you. Keep them informed of what you're doing and be clear on what you're doing. You know, let them know, this is what I'm doing. I want to create these new habits. This is why. And let them know how they can support you, what you want from them for support. So be very clear with them what you're doing and why you're doing it and what they can do to help you. And the second part of community comes into play. You can use this even if you don't have a close-knit circle of people. You can use this as your community, or it can be alongside of your close-knit family and community that you already have. So find others that are working on the same things as you. Maybe not the same things, but they're working on creating new habits and setting goals and achieving those goals. So come into community with some of those people. Okay, so we're going to do a quick recap of the 4 steps. So number 1, what's your why? And make sure it's something that is important to you and it's something that you can really connect to, because this is going to help give you fuel to be able to be successful in these new habits and goals that you're setting. Number 2, your mindset. Don't just hope that you're going to be able to do it. Decide that you are going to be successful in these new habits and goals you're setting. Number 3, make a plan. You can even write this out. What does that look like? You know, what is a plan for how you're going to get to this goal? You know, whether it's menu planning, whether it's putting workouts in your schedule, whatever goal or habit you're trying to change, make a plan of how you're going to get there. And number 2, plan for triggers. Plan for those things that are going to throw you off, because those are going to happen. So make a plan. That way, when they do happen, you have a plan and you're ready so that you can keep heading towards your goals and not get thrown off track and fall off the wagon. Number 4, community. So get with your tribe, get with your loved ones, your family, your friends, people that are close to you, and let them know what you're doing and why you're doing it, and let them know how they can help you. And also, you could find others in groups that have similar habits and goals, or even working with a wellness coach is something that can be helpful, because all of these things in community, whether it's your tribe, whether it's a Facebook group of like-minded individuals, whether it's a wellness coach, they all provide encouragement, support, and accountability. That is all going to help you be able to achieve your goals or be successful in creating new habits in your life. So I encourage you to use this guide to help you succeed with adding new healthy habits and goals into your life. So thank you for watching today, and if you want to join my health and wellness community, you can find us at Facebook at Renovate Wellness. Thanks, guys.